Alright, what's up guys, how you going? I'm heading out to get some money, so I'm just going to shoot this quick video. Mgtow, Mgtow as I call it as well. Mgtow, because we're towing them, because the spiritual realizations, and when you're in the relationship, I'll tell you what. Yeah, so, women, it's interesting, a lot of people are still fooled, like most of the population, I still think, but women are not, you know how it's like you meet a girl and you say, hey look, like I've got a hotel, like I'm staying in a hotel over there, like, we've just met, like I just met a girl on the beach, she just asked me to take the photo of her and her mother, and I said, hey, I'm staying in a hotel, you want to hang out? That's all I said. Nice and easy, nothing rude, nothing crude, just that. And she was like, no, like embarrassed no. I'm like, okay, well, I'm just thinking when you're here, like why not mingle and stuff, you know what I mean? And like meet people and shit. And I never said nothing about sex, but anyway, it was also just a test for me. Because, that's all I do now. I just really test them to figure all this stuff out, because otherwise you're never going to figure this out. You're just going to be operating on other people's social norms of what people consider about women, which is all totally fake and stupid. Like, for instance, it's not that a woman, wants, like, she could have said, well, I don't know you. She didn't. She just said, like, no, and like, anxiously and so on. But she could have said, oh, no, I don't know you. You know how they'll give you that line? Yeah, well, how else the fuck are you going to get to know someone? If you, hang out with them, you get to know them. So it's like the worst line when they say that stuff ever. Right, I never have respected that, and the whole thing about not using their body. Actually, there's more to be learned from your body than the best philosophies that exist. Everyone heard that quote? I forgot who said that, but it's a great quote. So these girls were like, oh, I respect my body, so I'm not going to use it. All NPCs, 100% of them, guarantee you. That's NPC consciousness. Remember, we've discussed NPC consciousness now twice in 2 big videos. You should understand that by now. I'm not going to go backwards into old lectures. That's why they're up on YouTube for you to view for all time. You can go back and view it yourself if you don't understand. Yeah, so they're all definitely NPCs. And then we've talked about Simulation Sally, and they just want to chill. They don't have the effort to get out. They just want a pizza night with their fucking dog man. And we've talked about that too. Women just want a dog man, an obedient a so-called man who will obey. That's all they want these days. You can see it over and over again in relationship after relationship. Man, they are not out at all for, like a real man who's gonna, take them to the light and beyond, you know what I mean? And if I was with a woman, well, like, that's why I was so upset at Veronica. She's an idiot. We could have been, like, world famous and everything. We had it. She had a fucking bit, ICP business and investigation, scientific, paranormal, and we were both meditation and stuff instructors. She had to fuck it all up because she's a fucking idiot woman. That's what they're always like. This is their world. It's the secondary feminine matrix. So when they're like, oh, I don't know you, actually they're after gang stalking you. They want to information mine you. They're not, you say, no, it's because they want to be intimate. We want to be intimate with you, Ben. You girls don't even know what the fuck you want or why you do shit. So I don't want to hear it in the comment section. I know better than you know yourself. Anyway, that's why it's so hard to have relationships, because you already can predict what they're going to do, what they're going to say, right? So I can't even fucking have a relationship with a woman these days. And if they're so predictable, I'm telling you, they are the AI. That's why there's so much falseness and shit in there. in their actions and why they're so manipulative. And if you're manipulating, you're being false as well. Anyway, so when they're like, oh, I don't know you, and all that type of thing, actually what's happening is, they want information mining. Hold on, I'm just seeing where I am. They want information mining. They don't, it's not for intimacy. They want to connect to you and know you. That's how it is on the AI frontal mind. That's how you think of it, like when you're just in NPC, anthropoid monkey compromised brain mode. That's how you think of it. You're like, I want that. That I, remember, is false and doesn't exist. You fucking morons. God damn it, man. It's like I have to reteach what the Buddhists taught you, man. We had the Buddhists come and go. They taught us about the id and all this shit and the false I. Weren't you fucking listening? Jesus Christ. So when we operate from that level, and yeah, I know we have to, because for instance, I, Ben, have to eat. But this is the false reality. That's why this is never going to end until this place basically explodes from the inside out, which I've talked about in the last 1 minute of this universe, where it rejoins the higher nature of the flow. See, I just wanted to say that, because I don't know how many people have even thought about this or realised this, man, but these women, man, they're fucking callous, bro. They don't have fucking souls. How come they, oh yeah, we're in love for 6 months, and then what? So did you ever love? No, because love lasts. It's not like it can just die. It means it's not love. That means you were fooling yourself, and it was working on an artificial layer that I'm talking about, which is a surface virus, which almost all women run off. Almost all of them. Unless you're like fucking Ramtha, Jay-Z Knight, that lady sitting there and calling all the rest of the women whores, you're one of them. I know how it works. I see deep into this shit. So I'm telling you, how can you get intimacy? You're like wanting to know my information, the guy picking you up. How can you get intimacy out of that, you idiot? They're lying to themselves and they don't even know. It's not possible to get intimacy out of me, because intimacy is into me, I see. So intimacy comes from them, from the inside out. And they don't even like these NPCs and shit, don't explore. I'm not saying they don't explore their sexuality, but in a way where it's like energy work and tantra and shit, like positive, you know what I mean? I've got to go now. I've got to go in and get the money. I'm right near the ATM here. But yeah, it's not possible for you to be intimate with a guy and that's your excuse for saying, I want to get to know you first. You can't be intimate from my information. Intimacy means into me, I see. That means into you. You're not going to get intimacy from seeing into me and my information. So it's just one way how to debunk this shit, man. They're full of shit and they don't even know.